What's up, y'all? I'm YP.
D Style.
And this is vlog 27, Raw and Uncut. And we talking about divine timing. So what is divine timing? Well, divine timing is basically a set time. I say a set time in your life where you're supposed to be in order for certain events to take place or happen. Divine timing. Divine timing, for example, you meeting a certain person at a certain place at a certain time, or a certain person canceling certain things or canceling plans on you at a certain time, and you end up meeting somebody else or running into this person, and this happens. Basically, almost like different events. Divine timing, things happening in divine time. You want to be in divine time no matter what. Divine time can look like opposition. It can look like everything going totally wrong, but on the other side of that totally going wrong, everything going beyond right.
Yep.
Unimaginably, everything you could possibly dreamed of happened on the other side of that opposition. But that opposition was divine timing that happened for this thing over here to take place, that event to take place and happen. Here goes your dreams coming true, or here goes everything you ever asked for, or what you've been looking for, whatever you've been looking to do or try to do, opportunity, whatever it is.
And it's very important because a lot of times people be, divine timing is so important because a lot of times people be thinking like everything got happened like
in perfect order, perfect time, logically, this step, that step, and that's not true.
Whole time that's not the thing. Like it's about timing with everything, from the littlest thing to the biggest thing. Biggest situation, little situation. Certain situations that you see, like you said, seeing the next opportunity for the best person you ever met, or opportunity of anything, business or whatever. Or sometimes it could save your life. Being at the right place at the wrong, being at the wrong place at the wrong time. And maybe something like it could be something like you went early, or actually it could be like you drove to somewhere maybe a little late, but you're glad you drove a little late because earlier in the day in that same street or whatever, it was an accident or something at the same when you were supposed to go. And just because you was a little bit late, it saved your life. Or you was or freaking a damn car, a car coming by or whatever, and like you waited like a little bit of time for a car to pass because you seen somebody actually get hit, and that person got hit by a car. So, I'm just just an example. It goes deep, especially with divine timing. It can save your life a lot of times.
Basically, like an example, like when you're saying, it's basically like saying you bad because you showed up to your rehearsal for your concert late. It's the final rehearsal for the concert. You showed up to it late, or you got there late. You had to detour because something happened. And say something happened. Say you get there 25 minutes late, and come to find out, well, the teacher actually got into an accident, or the instructor got into an accident and won't even make it. You're in the hospital.
Yeah.
You don't even know if you're going to make it.
Like just
divine timing. To say on your way there, that was the action you passed. You ain't even know until after the fact.
Yep. And and a lot of times people be thinking like, oh man, like they messed up of not going at that perfect time or whatever that they expected, or either sometimes better it's better to even just wait. Sometimes divine timing is waiting.
Yeah, being patient.
Because a lot of times people be trying to rush and trying to get it now or whatever it is. Divine timing, I ain't just talking about any time. It's even talking about like even your time for your time to shine, as in success or whatever.
Yep.
Like back, it might not happen back then when you was younger, but it's gonna happen now as you get older. How like you got a lot of entrepreneurs out here that don't see $1 million till they reach 40 or 50.
Yep.
Sometimes 60.
Yeah. Like I said, everything's in divine timing. Everybody has their own unique divine time where things happen for them also. Just because Lil Wayne been rapping since he was 15, 16, don't mean that you need to be rapping at 15, 16 or doing what he did to do it, because you might not want to go through what he went through to get there. He'd probably tell you the same thing, especially being a Libra and finding that balance in life and understanding that. Actually, him being a double Libra, so he'll probably tell you, nah, your path is your path, how you got there, how you get there. Do it on your time and what works for you.
Right. And then you got, for example, you got rappers like Jay-Z that didn't make it into rap until he was, 27 in 96. When his first album first dropped, he was 27 years old. And he been rapping since early 80s, early 90s, late 80s with his mentor Jazzo. If you look it up, you can look on YouTube, whatever, and he was rapping for a long time. You know, he was with the Originators and all that. You know, he was doing stuff underground wise. You know, getting his, Rockefeller Records, him, Dame Dash, and Biggs. Yep. All three of them get the label up, and it took time. You know, and labels turned them down. And he said in the songs that labels turned them down, but he kept going and kept going. They built their own company. You know, and he dropped his first album until he was 27. Yep. But guess what? Look where he at now. Look where he at now.
He's got more longevity than any rapper you could ever think of.
He's a billionaire. Now he is up to the point he's a billionaire, and he got more longevity. You know, he's still relevant to this day. Yep. Just crazy, you know, and that's what I'm saying. Like divine timing, it could just be patience. And yep. You know, when his time, his time came, he took off and he didn't look back.
Yep. Everything's in divine timing, and we don't mean it in no religious aspect. Yeah, there's seasons to everything, but there's also divine timing in every season. Mm-hmm. Divine timing. Mm-hmm. And also another awful person that took years before they got on, DMX, 13 years. You look back at his old interviews, he'll tell you, it took me 13 years
to get a deal.
13 years to get a deal. Mm-hmm. But guess what? He even said in one of his songs, he said when it was his time to shine, he said it in the song, it'll be a sight to behold. See that light down the road is going to guide you there. 2 sets of footprints saying that God was right beside him there. God in the divine timing. And look, he only came out with what, 2 or 3 albums?
Two albums in that 1 year.
Biggest albums though ever, and went platinum.
Only rapper to go platinum platinum twice in 1 year.
There you go.
In 98.
It was his set time. Mm-hmm. It was his divine time. It was his time. No matter what he did, it wasn't nothing gonna stop that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And another person, Meek Mill, who's still relevant right now, whether you like him or not, or whoever like him or not. Took him 13 years.
He said the same thing.
He said the same thing to them. 13 years. But he said when I was on, I was on. Yep. It was on. Mm-hmm. And guess what? He's still relevant until today. Every time he drop an album, he do his thing, straight up and down.
Yep.
You know, it's about the long. A lot of the ones that wait the longest usually end up the ones lasting.
Yep.
And can come in and out the game or do whatever they want when they want.
Mm-hmm.
Because time tests all. Everybody nowadays, problem with everybody nowadays is they don't follow divine time, and everybody want to jump fast. All this, that's the problem with a lot of young ones. They want to jump so fast, get it now.
Because especially
hold on, then you say you in the wrong place, wrong time because you got this so fast, and now you end up getting killed. You end up getting shot. Wrong place, wrong time. Pop Smoke, rest in peace. Look what happened to him.
Nope.
Maybe it's just the timing was just off somewhere.
Wrong place, wrong time, and that's what happens a lot, especially the young ones, especially the social media, and they feel like that's one thing. When you on there, you feel like you see somebody else or something, so you gotta get it too.
You gotta get it too. You gotta get it right now.
Right now, like because you trying to keep up with everybody else. You trying to stay relevant with the wave that's going on now. So you gonna try to slide in, so you could be with the crowd, and a lot of times a lot of people do that, and then they just get swept. They call it swept under the current. Like you know how ocean is, the current, like deep down, you get swept in the current. You just get, you just undersea. You in deep to the point where you just swept under everything, and like everything's fucked up, and you just then be patient for your time.
Wait for your time. It's like they say, stay down till you come up.
Mm-hmm.
lot of people like the sound of that. That sounds gangster. That sounds G. But when you going through the process, that ain't even gangster. It don't feel gangster. It don't feel like you don't feel like no G going through that. Because guess what? It's different when you going through it. When you ain't got shit. When you ain't nothing. When don't nobody know who you directly is. And that goes for anything, whether sports, whether it's your business you trying to build, whatever it is. You know, like I said, you gotta trust divine timing in your life. Period.
In relationships.
In relationships, your career, success, all of that. Everything's divine timing. All of it.
Everything. Divine timing.
You can't logically put it together in your mind. For my earth signs out there, you can't in air signs, everything can't be perfectly logically planned out. It's not gonna happen exactly how you think. I can tell you that from experience, after going through so many years. He can tell you too.
Yep, exactly.
Everything will happen exactly how you think. So you gotta flow. You gotta go with the flow of life, basically. Trust that divine timing. Do what you do. Still work hard. Do what you do, but trust divine timing.
You know, when your opportunity comes, you just take it.
Yep.
And you know, sometimes not every opportunity that presents itself is not for you. So sometimes it's not always good to just jump. You know, head first into something, and then now you got yourself into something that you blindly got in, and now you like, what the fuck do I do? You know, you should just learn and kind of sat back first, thought about, was it, you know, is it right for me? Is it right timing? Is everything, you know, fit you, fit who
you are, and that opportunity fit you. Does it tailor made for you? Does it seem like this is something that's a challenge, but this is the challenge that's for me? I can take this
challenge. Yep. Does it fit your time or what you doing in your life? You know, and that goes for, like I said, for anything, from the biggest situations to the little situations. They all matter, and it can save your life. It can better your life off. Period.
Well, that's basically divine timing.
Divine timing. Hey, was it vlog 27?
Yep.
We out. Peace.